Happy Halloween, everyone.
Welcome to my birth month.
So it's Hopcast episode 58. I'm Brad Chmielewski.
I'd say 59.
Oh, 59. Oh, yeah, I just talked about 59. Ken says 59. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm on top of it.
You said that. So I'm Brad Chmielewski.
My name is Ken Hunnemeder.
Halloween, we got new pumpkins.
Yeah, so this is officially the pumpkin beer episode of 2009.
Right. We did it last year, episode 10. Go back, check it out. We featured two awesome beers. One
bad beer.
Expired beer. We had the Southern Tier
Pumpkin.
The Dogfish Head Pumpkin, which is the October beer of the month.
On the Hopcast.
Drink it. Enjoy. And then, what was the Budweiser?
The Anheuser-Busch Jack's Pumpkin Spice throwaway thing.
Which I haven't seen.
No, I haven't seen it either. There must be a reason for that. Maybe they just did not pick that one up again. So we're going to feature two different pumpkin ales. We've got one from New Holland and also one from Schlafly.
So, and right now we're drinking Ken's Pumpkin Porter homebrew.
Yeah.
Homebrew shout out.
Homebrewer shout out. I brewed this one actually last year for Halloween last year, and it's been aging for a year. It sits at about 8%.
Oh, shit. I think my buddy Warren, shout out, he's trying to do a pumpkin porter, wants to. We're trying to get him on the show. Hasn't worked out yet, but he's trying to do a pumpkin porter, so maybe you guys can work something together, do another one.
I could kind of tell him what,
give him some tips on it, because this is delicious.
Ah, well, thank you, Brad. I think it's stood up to time very well, for sure. Like, this is the last one I have, so we're kind of savoring it here.
Right, so
and saying goodbye.
A year in the bottle.
Yep.
And still good. Pumpkin flavors come out.
Mm-hmm. Nice. They used actual pumpkin in it, so.
Okay. And that's really what makes for a great pumpkin beer, is when you use real pumpkins, like rather than the pumpkin pie mix.
I think so. And also just like not overspicing it. That's my criteria for pumpkin beers. Don't overspice it, because it's pretty easy to do with, the cinnamon and the nutmeg and all that stuff. Just don't it's complimentary. Just let it work.
And this, you get the pumpkin, you add a little nutmeg, maybe not too much cinnamon, but I like it.
Well, thank you, sir. So, well, I think we'll kind of take care of these, and you want to do the New Holland first?
Right. Do we want to... Let's continue. Should we talk, and then...
Sure.
Let's finish these off and talk. And,
okay.
So the New Holland comes in at 5.5%, and this is their Ichabod. I haven't had the Ichabod. I wanted to try it last year, and by the time I got around to it, it was gone.
I have also not had this yet. So very much looking forward to it. New Holland does a lot of great stuff. Notably, you have the Dragon's Milk, favorite of the old lady. So she likes to indulge in the Dragon's Milk a little bit.
And is it oak aged, or they also do?
It's oak aged.
Yeah.
Standard.
Wood aged beers are okay in my book.
Also, they have the Mad Hatter, great IPA. Mm-hmm. They have a nice Kolsch.
Oh, I haven't had the Kolsch.
Well, I've been getting lagered out with my whatever out.
You're on the lager kick?
Yeah. So, getting a little lagered out, and enjoy their Kolsch a lot. But, let's go ahead and crack this open. I'll make room.
Yeah. We got room in the West. Pour it on out and give it a little taste.
All right.
So that poured out almost wheat ale, like kind of cloudy and light.
A slight haze, but pretty see-through. Almost kind of reminds me of an Oktoberfest type of beer. Maybe a little lighter, but
really no head.
Not too much, no. But we're also not giving ourselves full pours. I think most of the pour went to Maeve, actually.
Shut up!
Aroma smells great.
Definitely like pumpkin pie, cinnamon, nutmeg, just...
You're certainly getting the spices. your typical pumpkin pie spices, but it's not overwhelming. I mean, it seems to marry well with the rest of the beer.
It's a smell you want your house to smell like in the fall. Okay.
Catch up, Brad.
Oh wow, yeah.
I actually dig this a lot.
This is real. It's not like aggressive in the spice. I was expecting more like spice burn, I guess, from the aroma. It's not aggressive. It's just subtle and clean.
Yeah, like you get a lot of the spice in the aroma. It's not too much, but you expect it to be a little bit more assertive when you actually take a taste of it. I think it marries well with the rest of the beer, which is like I think the base beer is actually pretty hoppy. So I'm not sure if they're doing like if maybe the base beer is kind of a hoppy pale ale, and they're adding the pumpkin to it, whatever pumpkin spices. But I think it works really, really well together.
Oh, that's good. And it, like I said, it's 5.5%, so you can knock back a few and
Hey, why not? It's a weekend.
feel all right. And but yeah, the spice tickles the nose, but doesn't burn the throat.
Tickles my nipples. Oh boy.
I think they did a really good job. I'm really glad I got to try this. It's been around for a few years, so
Yeah, I certainly saw it last year and had my eye on it. I just never got around to purchasing it, so glad you picked it up today.
the Dogfish Head and Southern Tier.
Kind of hard to compete against those two. But yeah, this is a great beer. I really, really enjoy it.
I think any newbie beer drinker, this is a great one to go to for pumpkin beers.
Yeah,
Like
I think so because you'll get your pumpkin spice and all that stuff that they would expect in a pumpkin beer, but I think it cleans itself out with that hoppiness. So it's not dragging you down with pumpkin overload. You know what I mean?
You're not gonna have pumpkin gut. Just enjoy your pie.
Exactly. So a great beer to pick up for your autumnal festivities this year. So I would definitely Hopcast endorsed
Stamp.
New Holland Ichadob Pumpkin Ale.
But should we just continue or?
Yeah, we're done.
Let's go
ahead and
So
take these down. We'll go to Missouri here.
So this was a gift from Steve Wyatt. Shout out!
Shout out SFW. And Schlafly is are they Kansas City, Missouri? Or they're right outside of St. Louis or something like that?
Kansas City, Missouri. Or St. Louis, Missouri. It says St. Louis, Missouri. Turn it. Keep going. Right there.
St. Louis. Okay. So St. Louis, and not distributed here in Chicago.
Oh,
but
really?
we've featured some of their beers before.
The coffee that Johnny got me. Shout out. Was awesome. That coffee is so good, and I'm excited for the pumpkin. I had a little taste, but I haven't had a full glass. And
Yeah. And this is another green brewery that we've featured.
wow, all the breweries are going green.
Yeah.
I think
So
they gotta.
hello, cat.
They gotta make up for the. I think the cat's blocking our shot. So let's go ahead and pour this on out.
Okay.
So while Ken was pouring that out, I remembered that New Holland on their website features recipes.
Very cool.
And so with the Ichabod, you can make a peanut sauce. And you add the Ichabod, some chicken bouillon cubes, and then mix in all the other pumpkin stuff, or peanut sauce stuff. So check out New Holland's website. They feature recipes for just about all their beers.
Very cool kind of feature to their website. Always nice to cook with beer. I personally find a lot of times just cooking at home, whatever, there's a lot of times where you can introduce beer and make your
Right.
dishes a lot more flavorful.
Oh, you're drinking, and maybe it spills in.
Oops. That's how everyone does it, right? But yeah, here we've got the Schlafly.
Right, so poured out
A little bit
definitely
darker.
darker than the Ichabod. Way more head.
And
It had no head on the Ichabod.
very sustainable head, and it's dark, but it seems pretty clear. So I would guess that this one would be filtered.
Definitely more pumpkin spice and maybe is it more nutmeg or allspice?
I think cinnamon.
It's just warmer.
Yeah,
a warmer aroma.
I think it's warmer, more mellow, rounded, very even, I would say, in the aroma.
So,
all right.
Well, what?
Yeah, I mean, I think the predominant spice for sure is cinnamon.
Okay.
I'm getting a lot of it.
Right. This is more pumpkin pie-y.
Yes, this is more of a malt background of a beer. You're gonna get a little bit more sweetness. It's a little bit creamy, so I see where you're going with the pumpkin pie aspect of it. Not quite to the point where the Southern Tier would be.
No, that's
straight up pumpkin
pumpkin
pie. It's very sweet.
I think they put pumpkin pie in a blender.
Yeah, exactly. Liquefy it and alcoholify it. Really, really very good. It's kind of bready, which gives you a little bit of that pumpkin pie ness to it.
Do you know what the alcohol is on this?
I don't.
Should we guess and then it'll come up?
I would say maybe 6%.
Yeah.
That's me being wrong, but around there.
Whatever that said.
So, depending on your taste, whether you like hoppy beers or you don't, I may go.
You think this is hoppier?
No, I think the Ichabod is hoppier.
Yeah.
This maybe is more malty and sweet.
Right, more of an amber versus the
Yeah.
IPA back. Like you were thinking that was there like.
I thought that was like kind of a pale ale.
Pale, yeah.
And
this is definitely an amber.
Might be an amber, or more towards a brown, like kind of a harvest ale type of thing.
Mm-hmm. Do you think they used real pumpkin, or do you think they just used pumpkin pie mix?
It's hard to tell because pumpkin itself doesn't really have much of a flavor. I think a lot of times you get body from the pumpkin, and so like I don't know. It feels to me a little bit like they did use pumpkin, but I think most of it is perceived from the spices. You know what I mean?
You think you associate the spice with the pumpkin?
Exactly.
So it's not.
When people want their autumn beers,
They want the
flavored with pumpkin.
spice.
They want like the pumpkin pie type of thing.
Right.
And so it's the spices that really portray the pumpkin. The pumpkin itself is really kind of bland.
Right, and it's a hard ingredient to work with because you have to work it. You have to toast the pumpkin, and it just takes time to get it just right. And
This is another thing you got to worry about in the brewing process. But I think I could taste pumpkin, but more so taste the spices.
But so this is cool. We had one that was like really pumpkin pie-y and one that was more beer-like.
Yeah. So, I mean, it just kind of proves the point where you can go whichever way you want to go.
Right.
Like, are you kind of a hophead that wants to have...
Your beer?
Yeah. Like a little pumpkin spice to your beer? I'd probably go with the New Holland Ichabod. You know, maybe some newbies or anything like that. Like, you know, just kind of... If you're bringing it to a party, maybe people would like the Schlafly a little bit more, you know?
The Schlafly warms you up.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beer, the New Holland.
What shouldn't be overlooked is that they're both very, very good.
Oh, yeah. Excellent.
Very well done, the both of them. So you really can't go wrong, in my opinion. It's just a matter of what you're really going after, you know? So just here to kind of steer you in the right direction as far as pumpkin beers go for your October season.
Right, and so the Schlafly, it's going to be hard to come by. The New
Yeah.
Holland, you can probably pick up a little better, but sorry, anyone on the coast, you're not probably going to be finding either one of these. These are both
keep
really
in mind,
Midwest.
we're Chicago guys, so we're picking up the New Holland out of Michigan probably a little bit easier than most of you out there. But
I'm sure there's some like Washington or Oregon pumpkin beers going on that we haven't had, that
Send them our way.
yeah, let us know. We'd love to try them.
Brad's address is.
Please don't come and kill me.
So, basically, yeah, cheers to the Halloween season. Hope you guys are enjoying your pumpkin beers and using them to cook with your, different recipes that you're making around the season.
All right, maybe put some Schlafly in your pumpkin pie. Or something like that, you know?
Or in your face while you're making some pumpkin pie.
Or maybe make a ice cream out of it.
I could definitely see that. You know what? Like, pumpkin ice cream is awesome, and I see no reason why they should not add beer to anything. So that sounds like a great idea. Yeah.
So, safe and happy Halloween.
All right.
Thanks
Cheers.
for watching.